Thank you for checking out the Chex Factor at chexfactor.com. This is my NCAA college football picks for week 10. In my first game, Illinois is at Michigan. Michigan is favored by 3, and their quarterback will be too much for the Illini. I'm picking Michigan to win 30, Illinois 27. In another game, NC State at Clemson. Clemson is favored by 3.5, but NC State's quarterback is going to be too much for Clemson. NC State 31, Clemson 24. In another game, Louisville at Syracuse. Syracuse is playing at home. They're playing in the Dome. They'll be too much for Louisville. Syracuse 35, Louisville 28. In another game, Baylor at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is favored by 8. Their offense is pretty good. Their defense is pretty good. They'll be too much for the Baylor Bears. Oklahoma State 40, Baylor 31. In my upset special of the week, TCU at Utah. TCU is favored by 5, but Utah's playing at home, and they have the 3rd longest winning streak at home. That'll be too much for the TCU Horned Frogs. Utah Utes 31, TCU 30. In another game, Alabama at LSU. Alabama is favored by 6.5. They're on the road, but their running game will be too much for the LSU Tigers. Alabama 28, LSU 20. In another game, North Carolina at Florida State. Florida State's playing at home, and as long as they don't turn the ball over, they'll win. Florida State 34, North Carolina 24. In another game, Washington at Oregon. Oregon is favored by 35. They'll score a lot of points, but they won't beat the spread. Oregon 42, Washington 28. In another game, Arkansas at South Carolina. South Carolina is favored by 4.5. As long as they can control Arkansas's passing game, they'll win. South Carolina 28, Arkansas 21. In another game, Oklahoma at Texas A&M. A lot of people have been down on the Oklahoma Sooners, saying they're not as good as they think they are, but they'll be good enough to beat Texas A&M. Oklahoma 24, Texas A&M 17. And in my last game, Texas at Kansas State. Texas is favored by 4. Their defense is going to be too much for Kansas State. Texas 35, Kansas State 20. And those are my NCAA college football picks for week 10. Thank you.